when we were really starving college students.
Literally starving.
And we were...
I never went through like the whole, like, you know, because I'm pretty, maybe most likely like they were in college and they actually dormed there. I only had the dorm experience for like around 2 weeks when I went to PA. Hey guys, Bryson here, and this right here by far is like one of my favorite families and basically couples when it comes to finance, because basically they were able to retire very early in their 30s, and instead of living in America, they basically moved to Portugal and bought a house that she wanted, had the big yard, was able to do like their whole like little farming or whatever, and they also got their daughters into amazing schools, you know. So this right here is a great example of what I see happening for myself in the future. So that's why I'm watching this video today and reacting to it, okay? So basically, it's how we retired early in Portugal. And without further ado, like this video and let's watch it right now, because again, this is one of my favorite couples and I'm happy they actually got a chance to be on CNBC. So this is awesome, okay?
I never ever envisioned living in another country.
Yeah, so look at this, guys, okay? Got their own farm thing going on, nice house in the back.
And then I never
got their dog. Oh yeah, I forgot they got a dog.
had this idea of ever retiring early.
Nice house.
Mom is the visionary,
remodeling step by step.
and I am the strategic planner to get there.
My main motivation for FIRE
Grapes.
was freedom to spend my time however I saw fit.
These guys, man, did a lot. And by the way, they have a YouTube channel and it is amazing. It is literally on fire.
What we did was we made some intentional short-term sacrifices so that we could have a lifetime of freedom.
Yes, sir. How this family retired early and moved to Portugal.
Recording.
You gotta clap.
My name is Amon Browning.
And I'm Christine.
From Our Rich Journey. That's their channel name. I always forgot. But they retired early and they follow like the FIRE movement. Great example.
Browning, we are from California, and at the ages of 39 and 41, we retired early.
And by the way, 39 and 41 is amazing. That's around, if I'm not mistaken, 25 years early. It's a long time.
We moved here to Portugal.
That's beautiful, man. Shout out to these people, bro.
FIRE is an acronym. It stands for Financial Independence, Retire Early.
Hey, look at them.
Amon and I went to the same college. Funny enough, we actually started talking in line, waiting for the food as we're piling food up on our plates.
Oh, you're seriously understating piling up food. She was
I love this couple, man. I love these people. Like they're amazing.
in line just like me, piling her plate up high.
We met when we were really starving college students.
Literally starving.
And we were...
I never went through like the whole, like, you know, because I'm pretty, maybe most likely like they were in college and they actually dormed there. I only had the dorm experience for like around 2 weeks when I went to PA. It's cool, man. It's cool.
We were shameless.
That set the tone
Look at
for our
them.
relationship.
That's awesome, yo. And then they got married.
You
That's
thought
awesome.
of the idea, like, I want to retire before I'm 40, right?
And they did it, yo. They did
And you
it.
brought it to me, and it was like, okay, let's figure out how we can do this.
Yes. I know that I
Oh, so he's like the idea guy, and then she's like the okay, let's actually do it. You know what I'm
wouldn't
saying?
be in this situation if it wasn't for my background. I grew up poor. In
Same here.
fact, at one time, my family was even homeless. We were
Thank God we didn't go through that.
on food stamps. My father would always say to us, we're in this situation now, but every generation is supposed to get better.
Yeah, that's beautiful, yo.
I was raised by a single mom. We didn't have a lot of money growing up, and we just never really talked about money. But I
think for me, I was raised also by a single mom. We didn't have much whatsoever. We lived like in a one bedroom. The kitchen was outside, the bathroom was outside, and we lived like in like 4 other bedrooms right there. It was pretty crazy. But when I think back at it, it's like a blur, honestly. But I was aware that money makes a big difference, and money gives you like the ability to control like your end results in a way. So it became very important to me.
recall that my mom was really good at saving.
My mom too, very good at saving, not that great at multiplying it though. My dad was very good at multiplying it, but not that great at saving or managing. It's like, You know what I'm saying?
It's very different than
Sonua and Melia.
in how we are with our girls right now. We have a 12 and 14-year-old, and we are
The Kid's Guide to Money: Earning It, Saving It, Spending It, Growing It, and Sharing It. I wish I read that book when I was a kid, but I was not interested. I was not interested. I was interested in like making money and then spending it on video games.
constantly talking about money with them.
The most important thing that you can do to build generational wealth is to educate the next generation.
Yeah, that's very true, because imagine if they pass on to their kids all this wealth and their kids don't know anything about money and they just waste it. The journey to fire.
So before we quit our jobs, Christina and I worked for the federal government. Christina was an attorney and she was making about $70,000 a year.
Nice. So when you hear this, $70,000 a year, the average millionaire, I always say this, people maybe don't believe me, the average millionaire never earns over $100,000 in a lifetime. That's how crazy that is. So like you don't need to be like a crazy millionaire.
And I was an urban planner for the federal government and I was making about $98,000 a year.
That's awesome. In 2004, Ammon and Christiana bought their first house in San Diego, California. Well, that's before, you know, things got crazy over there with the house prices. How much did they pay for it? They subsequently bought 3 houses in the Bay Area. Oh, that is awesome.
Right after Armand and I graduated from college, we moved to San Diego, and he said, okay, we need to buy a house.
That was the first thing I wanted to do as soon as I came into money, because my family never owned a home. And so for me,
my mom owned a home. You know what I'm saying? She was very smart about that. My grandma owned a home. My mom owned a home. I have some great examples about those things, you know, and it wasn't like, oh, buy and finance over 30 years. No, it was like they built the home and the home was theirs.
It was gonna be such a powerful thing to do, was to buy a home. And here we are. We have bought 6 homes.
Vendido, sold.
So we found a way to completely live rent and mortgage free, which is huge, especially at the time when we were living in the Bay Area.
I wonder how much it paid.
When we were investing in the Bay Area and flipping properties, we were renting out these properties also on Airbnb.
Nice.
And we rented them out for so much that it covered the mortgage of the house that we were renting out, but then
A little risky, honestly. Not my style, because if you have, for example, like a dry season and you can't keep up with the expenses, might be a problem. But then again, these people were making like almost $200,000, right? So combined together, 98 plus $70,000, not bad.
also where we were staying as well.
Ammon and Christian also lived abroad in Spain and Japan. So they always, that's one thing, man. You wanna explore beyond America and like get to see what things are like beyond America. Because you might think like America is the only place you can live, but there are so many other places too. Japan, that's awesome. I've never gone there. Neither is Spain either.
Our employer, when we lived in Spain and Japan, paid for our housing. So we had
That's awesome.
no housing costs, no mortgage, no rent during that time.
That's awesome.
People think you have to have a 6-figure salary income coming in at least every single year in order to reach FIRE, and that wasn't the case for us.
We had 9-to-5 jobs, but we knew that we could never reach our financial independence number by relying on the income that we got from our jobs.
We invested in real
I mean, they could have, by the way, because it's a good amount of money.
estate, we lived in properties, we renovated them, and then we
That's why they were so good at renovating this property that they're in right now.
sold them, and that was in the San Francisco Bay Area. We went to IKEA in the as-is section and bought all of this as-is furniture, and for a profit. We were dumpster diving, getting wine crates from...
Oh, we were doing everything imaginable because our 9-to-5
Why would they want wine crates?
jobs weren't gonna get us there. But after we did things to make money and then also to save money, we also went a step further. We started investing all of that money.
Yep. So it's all about, you make the money, you make a profit, but then what do you do with the rest? You know what I'm saying? I remember this great parable. It was like you save your money, right? And then you invest it, and then the profits you spend it. And that's not what you want to do. right? Because kind of like eating the children of your slave. It's a crazy example from a very old book, but it's like instead of doing that, you create an army of slaves, and then you just have like whatever trickles down from then on, you can basically spend it without worrying about it. So reinvest, 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 reinvest until you get to a point where you can just take out money without having to worry about it anymore. That's power.
Money.
We got to a point where we were saving up to 70% of the money that we came in so that we could be investing it, for example.
That's awesome.
We made more than $400,000 in profit from investing in real estate in the Bay
That's awesome.
Area.
I see you.
Eamon and Christian have since sold their California properties today. They own 2 homes in Portugal. Nice. I thought they only owned 1. I think I've been a little bit out the loop with the channel.
Having no background in real estate, having no money, having no ability to fix up properties, we were still able to do it.
Yo, these days, along with just YouTube, you can learn anything. You know what I'm saying? YouTube and Home Depot are your favorite friends.
Because we were able to feed off one another and get to a solution, right?
Yeah.
That's what we've always been able to do. That's how we achieved financial independence.
That's beautiful.
I've been able to evolve and I've been able to grow. I think Amon really helped bring that to me and give me that vision of what we could potentially be.
I really pride myself on being there for my family.
That's good.
I think that that's the most
I love these guys, yo.
important thing that I do.
And together we just strive for it and we were able to succeed.
Achieving fire.
I love telling the story of our last day of work. Because Christina and I both worked actually for the same agency, we had to strategically do this.
Going into the office and telling people officially, it felt really powerful because it's like, okay, we're doing this. We're actually doing this.
Yeah, that's when things become
I
real.
really loved the people that I worked with. I mean, I wasn't quitting the people, I was quitting the job.
And by the way, that's awesome, you know? It sounds like they like their jobs, but they also had like their own ideas and so on. It's so important that when you go to college or you get a trade job or you get a certificate or you get the skill or whatever, get something you're interested in and you actually like it so you're able to enjoy it while you're doing your whole journey and doing whatever you want to do.
That was such an exciting day for us, but it was also a sad day, right?
Yeah, it was a shock for a lot of people, but for those that were close to us, that worked with us, they knew exactly what was happening and we were walking them through so that they could really join this
That's awesome.
fire journey and be on the same path
Start a movement.
that we were on as well.
Eamon and Christina still have their asset divided between real estate and the stock market. Interesting. I mean, that's not bad because the stock market can go down, will go down. If you have a safety of margin of 20-30%, you should be fine. But having some in real estate, you know, rents are always going to come in, you know, and even when you have like a market crash, people still need to rent a place more than often. You might have some like gaps here and there, but you're probably going to get rent once you basically fill it back in.
We also just bought an investment property in Portugal as well. So we still have our money sort of floating in between the stock market
That property looks beautiful.
and real estate. And for me, I love that we're able to do that because it really diversifies our portfolio.
Right now, we're only holding 2 properties, both in Portugal. One is our primary residence and this investment property. But over the life of our journey, we have
Are they renting it or are they putting it on Airbnb?
bought and sold 6 properties.
That's awesome. Trust in the process.
I've always been so grateful for having Christina there with me to be able to help me focus. And we wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for us working together to achieve all of these dreams.
I didn't have a fear that we wouldn't reach it because I felt like, you know, what we were doing was so really extraordinary. We were spending our money in the right way. We weren't wasteful. We weren't trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, and that's super, super powerful. You know, every now and then, guys, I catch myself, you know, maybe trying to keep up with the Joneses and this and that. But then I kind of like simmer back and I'm like, all right, I'm fine. I don't need that. I don't need this. And I just like take it easy. and I keep driving my Toyota Prius 2014, and I enjoy the process that I'm on.
He's the yin and I'm the yang. However you want to put it, we really complement each other.
That's beautiful.
So my weakness
I love these guys, man.
is sometimes my focus. I can get so caught up in the vision that maybe I lack the focus to put the plan into action.
Worst case scenario, if we didn't reach fire, I still felt what we were doing was so positive.
Yeah.
It was something where we were focusing our money. We were focusing on the things that were important to us.
Retiring in Portugal.
We used to live in Spain and we'd travel to Portugal quite a bit. When we were really tightening
I love this family.
up our list of where we ultimately wanted to end up, we just started looking at all of these different factors, and Portugal just kept coming up #1 on the list.
What are those
The
factors?
start of our day here in Portugal, now that we're retired, it's so relaxed. It doesn't feel like a rush. We get to sit
Yo, this home is beautiful.
down and have a healthy breakfast. We'll make pancakes or eggs, or we'll make some organic.
I always wanted like a place where I can have some chickens, and I don't know when when I erased that from my mind. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? But like I always wanted like a big place where it's like maybe not so close to the city, but I could drive to the city, and I can have some chickens in the back and take care of things. I think it's like a little bit of my grandfather. You know what I'm saying? Because my grandfather is like big into that stuff, you know. A big part of me, guys, honestly, when I think about it, I really think about like, what do I want to do? You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I'm here in Puerto Rico, primarily save money on taxes and so on, and like, you know, to go on my whole like coming of age story thing. But like I really think about it, like, do I want to stay here? Do I want to go to like once I'm done with like the financial stuff, do I want to go to Dominican Republic, like and just like be there with my family? Like, what do I really want to do? You know? And like watching this video is really making me think, because as you guys know, I'm saving up money to buy a home, and I'm getting really close, you know what I'm saying? Like basically like almost there. And I'm just like, do I really want to buy a home here? You know what I'm saying? Do I really want to stay here? Or do I just want to maybe rent here for another 2-3 years, and then after that, then decide and just say, hey, I'm just going to go to DR and just operate from there? It's interesting. It's a thought. That's why you don't want to rush things, you know, just take things step by step.
Fruit and yogurt and granola and honey. And it's just this time where we get to really sit down with one another and be present with each other. And I love that we get to start our day just like that every single day in
That's awesome.
early retirement.
Something else that is just amazing about living here in Portugal and being early retired is that we get to take full advantage of the beautiful nature around us. And we can do it when everyone else is at work.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's super powerful, yo. But it's like, you live today like no one else, so you can live tomorrow like no one else. It's a fact. You know, you make a ton of sacrifices. Like, it's not easy to watch everyone like partying, watch everybody eating whatever they want to eat, spending their money on vacations, and you're just like head down, focused, locked in, like for years. It takes years. You know what I'm saying? So step by step. Step by step.
We go to the beach Monday through Friday, and we have the whole thing to ourselves.
That's awesome.
Good job, man.
Because Christina and I
I think they're homeschooled, the kids. I'm not sure how they operate. But I remember they put them in like a cool school. Like it wasn't like a it was like a school. I forgot. I know they're not homeschooled. Like they're a part of the school.
are relatively young, and our children are relatively old. We are at a nice place where we can do certain things together. Like
Yeah.
we can go surfing together.
Yes.
We can go hiking together, and we don't have to necessarily worry about a baby bag.
Yeah.
And we always talk about, the girls grow so fast. They get so old so fast. They're 12 and 14 right now, and we still have a good couple of years with them in the house before they decide to go away to college.
Oh yeah, and they can decide of whether they want to stay in Portugal or go back to the US and do college over there. This is awesome, guys. This is so awesome. Like I love seeing like the good guys win. You know what I'm saying? Like I like seeing not really good guys. It doesn't matter who you are. But like, I like seeing someone like like do the work and then get there. It's so beautiful.
You know, we weren't running from something. We always tell people we're running to something. We're looking forward to something.
Yeah.
And for us, achieving FIRE meant being able
It's a beautiful
to
house.
spend
man.
more time with each other, being able to spend more time with our girls, and have really that quality time that we have with our girls now. I want people to understand.
And by the way, I'm not sure how old they are, but I know they're trying maybe like 2 years ago. So like they're definitely less than 45 years old, most likely. So if their kids are like 14 and 12, they have like maybe 6 years, maybe 8 years before they're out the house. Like they'll be like 52, 55. And then they'll be like themselves, you know what I'm saying? And they're like, they can still enjoy their company. They have a lifetime to go. But imagine like 65 years old, still putting in them 8 hours a day.
Understand that there is a completely different path. Take a detour. Once you achieve it, you have so many options. You have such a fulfilling life once you reach FIRE.
That's beautiful, yo. So this should be like a commercial for FIRE, honestly. Guys, this has been legit, like one of my favorite videos ever. Like I have reacted to on this channel. So of course, I gotta go over here. I gotta drop a like, and I gotta comment, and I gotta say my favorite video ever. Because it really is. Like I'm so happy that they actually made it, that they're doing what they're doing. And overall, they are basically like an inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Also to me, to you guys also. And I wish this video would have gotten like 1 million views or like 20 million views, because people need to see this stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see you guys next time though. Thanks for watching. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notified. Do the rest of the stuff. You know, DM me on Instagram if you want to call me. Link down below. More content here. The channel's over here. Peace out. Long-term team for the win. Peace out.